Good evening. Welcome to the Hawks Nest. I'm Mike Schmidt here on CHBN, joined by my partner Rudy. Here's the Hawks do battle with Benilde-St. Margaret's. We're joining in progress. We got 12 seconds to play. Benilde had won the tip, and they maintain possession here. Keita with the ball swings it over to Wilson. Benilde-St. Margaret's enters tonight with a record of 21-4. Hawks have a tall test, but they almost beat Benilde early on this season. That's Donley connects with an early three.
Yeah, nice looking shot there from Donley. Benilde with some man-to-man press, but a good drive and kick there as we get a steal.
Yep, quick pick there by Keita. Keita over to Donley, and then Keita finishes the putback. Benilde up 5 early. Rudy, I mentioned this game earlier on this season about a month ago. Chaska lost by 2. They got out to a big lead in the first half. Looks like Benilde's going to change the pressure on them.
Yeah, right out the gate, you can tell Benilde playing a lot of pressure right up on them.
Yeah, in the first game, Forrest got a couple fouls early as Chaska turns the ball over. It's going to be Wilson. Wilson over to Wiggins. Wiggins 3, no good. Forrest with the rebound. Forrest pushing the tempo behind the back. Shakes the defender, gets in the lane, kicks it out to Rain. And Rain connects on a 3. 3-5 Hawks trail here with 16:27 remaining. I'm going to give you those numbers often here as we lost our scoreboard, Mike. Nice possession there for the Hawks, Rudy.
Yeah, great possession. Great drive and kick from Forrest.
Yeah, Forrest is going to be the key to tonight's game. He picked up 2 quick fouls in the last game. He left the game. The Hawks were up by about 20, and after the foul trouble, Hawks ended up dropping a couple strokes. We're going to get a foul on a 2-point attempt, or 3-point attempt, excuse me. That's going to be on Carson Volbricht, who's getting the start tonight in replace of the injured Trey Lenzen. Going to need Volbricht's size.
Yeah, for sure. He's going to have to fill in big shoes without Trey Lenzen.
First attempt is no good by Keita, excuse me. So 3-5, Chaska trails, 16:08 remaining. Second attempt at 3. That one's good. 6-3 now, Hawks trail. What are the Hawks going to have to do to win this game tonight, Rudy?
They got to really put an emphasis on protecting the basketball. The Red Knights have a lot of talent, and the last thing you can do is give them free possessions.
A lot of good athletes, a lot of pressure on the defensive end. As he misses the third attempt, Forrest comes away with it. Forrest gets into the lane. He gets a 2-foot bunny, and he converts. 5-6 now, Chaska trails.
Tyler Forrest off to a good start. Nice looking floater there. That's his bread and butter.
Spoke with his dad a little bit before this game. He said the ankle is good. I thought he rolled it up last game, but it turned out to just be a cramp as Bourne comes away with the defensive rebound, kicks it out to Forrest. Forrest pushing the tempo to Rain in the corner. Rain lets it fly, and he hits. Chaska out to an 8-6 lead now.
Absolutely. Max Rain 2 for 2 from the arc, nothing but net. And again, Forrest with the assist.
Going to need a big game from Rain here tonight as Donley brings the ball across half court. Good-looking sophomore, smooth lefty, kicks it out to Keita. Benilde-St. Margaret's team is young, not a single senior starter. Oldest player in the starting lineup is Daisy, who just missed that attempt. He's a junior. Benilde regains possession after Forrest is picked from behind by Daisy. Donley down low. Wilson working, and we're going to get a travel call. Nice defense by Forrest down low.
Yeah, good defense down there. That time, Jalen Wilson shuffling the feed. Joey Bourne has been giving the assignment guarding the superstar Wilson.
He's kind of the guy to do it. The garbage pail guy doesn't go out and score too many points, but he plays great defense. Here's that pressure defense that we saw from Benilde-St. Margaret's at the end of last game. Chaska flicks it forward and loses possession. Chaska's got to do a better job of handling the ball in the backcourt there.
Yeah, absolutely. This is very uncharacteristic for Chaska right now. They do a pretty good job breaking presses, but with the talent and the athleticism Benilde has, it's been causing havoc so far.
Donley crosses half court. Chaska leads by 2, 8-6 with 14:33 remaining. Forrest gets the theft. Forrest pushing the tempo, gets into the lane, kicks it out to Rain. Rain again, just off this time, catches left iron, but the garbage man That's Volbrick down low. Volbrick, as I mentioned, getting kind of a surprise start after the lens and hand injury. Good to see him paying off early.
Yeah, great position from Volbrick. So you get a missed layup there. But, yeah, Jimmy Volbrick doing a nice job, and now he's running up the floor.
And Volbrick again. Carson Volbrick. 4 quick points. Chaska leads 12-6 here. 14:06 remaining as we get a timeout call. I want to give a shout out to Mary Pat Nidal, who's sponsoring this stream. I know Mary Pat always loved watching these streams, watching the Hawks. So thank you, Mary Pat, for sponsoring the stream. Rudy, good start for the Hawks.
Great start. Good start here for Tyler Forrest, distributing the ball really well, really seeing the floor perfectly. And then Carson Volbrick starting, getting his first start of the year. He's got 4 points. The crowd loving it.
Yep, absolutely. Good to see that big 6'5" body going in transition there, moving down the floor, getting easy looks. That's something that it always builds the confidence if you're not typically a starter. So coming out of this timeout, 14:06 remaining. Chaska leading 12-6. We're continuing to work on our secondary camera here to get you guys the scoring, but I'll continue to update as well. Tweet at me if I'm being annoying and doing it too often. So Donley brings it across half court. As I mentioned, sophomore, along with 2 other starting sophomores. Donley pulls the trigger from 2 feet beyond the arc and connects. Cutting Hawks lead in half, 12-9 now. Chaska still leads. Nice shot by Donley. Forrest operating elbow extended, gives up the dribble, swings it over to Reef. Reef gets it down low to Bourne. Bourne looking to go to work. Creates a little space, gets into the lane, kicks it out to Rain. Rain over to Volbrick, and Volbrick, just a little hard on that one. Rebound comes away, Donley. Donley pushes the tempo, gets a foul on Forrest. I mentioned it earlier, Rudy. Tyler Forrest has got to stay out of foul trouble here.
Yeah, no question about it. When you have 2 of your starters, their key players injured for tonight's game against one of the top teams in 3A, you gotta make sure that you play defense without fouling.
Yeah, as I mentioned, 21-4 coming into tonight. Benilde will throw a lot of good guards at you, including this one, number 3, Ron Lee. Lee over to Donley. Donley hesitates, now pulls up from 18, unable to connect, but fouls his own shot. Gets in the lane, kicks it down low to the junior, unable to get it to go. That's Daisy. But they come away with the rebound at 15. Caden Wells, who just checked into the game, puts that one away. Kind of another show of the height they can bring in off the bench, Rudy.
A lot of height, a lot of strength down low. And that time, just Chaska unable to get the defensive rebound.
Yep, and another youngster, the junior, Wells, heads to the line. Chaska now only up by 1 with Wells at the line, at the chance to equalize it. Wells comes up short. Reef comes away with the rebound. So Chaska still leads 12-11 here, just past the 13-minute mark, and there's a turnover. 24 comes away with it, and he gets a stuff. Jalen Wells goes up, elevates up high, or Wilson, goes up, elevates, and throws it down here.
You can see why Northern Iowa gave him an offer. Big-time athleticism, and he read that pass perfectly.
Yep, and there's the tempo and the upbeat defense from Benilde there, almost causing the turnover. Chaska's got to calm down a little bit here. 12-13, Chaska trails. Inbounds to Forrest in the backcourt. Benilde falling back into a man-to-man with an emphasis on trapping, heavy switch. Forrest brings it back out to the top of the key, thought about going behind the back and lost control. Ron Lee comes away with it. Lee kicks over to Donley. Donley hesitates now, working against Reef. Goes dribble drive, 15-footer, and goes.
I really like his game, Mike. He's 2 for 2 from the arc, and he's got a good-looking jumper as well.
Yeah, you don't see that mid-range game too often, but Donley implemented it there. Reef dribble drive behind the back, gets into the lane, kicks it out. Rain open for 3 and connects. Max Rain, 9 of the Hawks, 15 points, ties the game up.
Yeah, he's got over half of the points right now. His 3-pointers are keeping them in.
Yep, got to have Max get hot in this one if the Hawks want to battle Benilde. Lee directing traffic. Now goes dribble drive, elbow extended. Working against Coddington, who recently checked into the game. That one's going to be deflected off the Hawks. Failed to mention that Coddington checked in for Volbrick. Well, the Scarlet Knights make a change as well. So Donley operating from the Hawk at center court. Game all square. Kita working against Coddington. Tries to play bully ball, gets to the rim, but comes up short. And Rain comes away with the rebound.
Yeah, good defense from Coddington, just staying vertical. Kita trying to use his size on him.
Yep, Jimmy, good football player, not afraid of any physicality. Kind of turned into the 3-and-D guy here for the Hawks. Kick out to Reef. Reef dribble drive. Gets to the rim, gets rejected, and Bourne finishes with the left hand to give the Hawks the lead, 17-15.
At that time, Reef was able to beat the closeout, and then Bourne, the garbage man, getting that bucket.
Yep. Benilde-St. Margaret's attempts a shot. That was Donley with a little 10-foot floater, and it's going to be off the Hawks as they attempt to get the rebound. Tangen checking in now for Reef. Tangen brought a lot of good energy last game. Hopefully he can replicate that.
Yeah, absolutely, coming off the bench. His last game against Waconia had the assignment guarding Will Kirsch, playing with a lot of physicality.
Started on senior night is a nifty pass from Lee down low. That's going to be Wilson with the finish.
Yeah, Chaska, they've been going under these screens, and they're trying to switch back in time, but that time got caught out of position.
Lee doing a good job on Forrest as they kick it out to Rain. Rain swings it over to Forrest. Down to Tangen. Tangen kicks it out to Coddington. Coddington thought about a three. Back out to Rain. Rain from way downtown comes up a bit short. Rebound to Kita.
Oh,
Tangen
nice steal.
with a nice steal. Tangen picked Kita's pocket, giving the Hawks an extra possession. Coddington thought about a three. Forrest now at the top of the key. Hawks are going to reset on offense. Coddington back at the top of the key over to Tangen. Tangen gives up dribble, kicks it over to Forrest. Forrest elbow extended, operating against Kita. Tough assignment for the 8th grader. Nice pass down low to Bourne. Bourne unable to complete the bucket. Wilson comes away with the rebound. Fast-paced game here, Rudy.
Yeah, but no, they really want to push it up.
Donley comes away short with that one. 3-point attempt from the quarter. Forrest kicks it over to Rain. Benilde thinking about a trap. Rain gives up the dribble back to Forrest, and he's able to recover. Coddington now pulls. Coddington comes up just a hair short. Wilson with another rebound. This kid's got game. Lee with a 19-footer connects just inside the three-point line. Benilde now leads 19-17 with just under 9 minutes remaining.
Yeah, if you're Chaska, you got to get back on defense. Benilde pushing it up quickly, able to get a jumper.
Hawks are doing a good job of forcing mid-range shots as Rain pulls again, and he's going to get a foul call on that three-point attempt. So Max Rain, one of the best shooters on the Hawks, will head to the line hoping to regain the lead.
Yeah, this game, he's doing a great job moving without the basketball. That's how he's been able to get his three-pointers off. Last game, he had a big game against Benilde as well. He had 24 against them.
With the athleticism of the guards for the Scarlet Knight or the Red Knight. A couple changes here for both squads. Tyler Forrest getting his first break of the night. Daisy and Wiggins back in for the Red Knights. As I mentioned, this is a pretty young team. They've got one starting junior, 3 starting sophomores, and a starting 9th grader. Kind of whole fresh new look here for the Red Knights as Rain connects to give the Hawks the lead, 20-19. Donley with the ball, crosses half court. Swings it over to Kita. Kita back to Donley. Or excuse me, that's not Donley, that's Ronley. Kita hesitation, drives on Coddington. Coddington gets a hand in there, knocks it out of bounds. Good defense again by Jimmy.
Yeah, great recovery there. He got beat, but able to use that long wingspan of his to deflect the pass.
Yeah, multi-sport athlete, Jimmy Coddington. Daisy resets for the Red Knights. Akita going against Coddington again. Benilde must like that matchup. Kick it out to Lee. Lee operating against Tangen. Gets into the lane, and we're going to get a foul on the ground here by Tangen.
Yeah, that time Lee there just using that explosiveness. Looks like he just shot right out of a cannon, and tagging that time just out of position.
These are valuable minutes the Hawks are getting with Forrest on the bench. You're able to collect himself. 8 minutes and 13 seconds remaining. The Hawks still lead 20-19. Going to need his ball handling down the stretch. Lee inbounds. Gets it to Wells. Wells back out to the elbow extended. That's going to be Wiggins. Wiggins into Daisy, and Daisy with a nice finish. Tough bucket there by Daisy.
Yeah, strong take to the hoop. Didn't waste no time getting down low.
Good possession there for the Hawks as they get it wide open. Connington just catches back iron. Lee tries to keep it alive, but he's unable to. Turnover.
Chaska got away with one. You had 15 Caden Wells all by himself down at the basket.
Yeah,
that would have been camera time.
A dunk contest situation. So 7:49 remains. Chaska trailing by 1, doing a good job of dealing with this pressure of the Red Knights early. They're going to call that off Connington. Connington doesn't love it. Thought it kicked off of Wells' foot. The Hawks didn't get the call here. So Lee content walking it up the floor. Chaska coming down in the 1-3-1 half-court trap. Different look for the Hawks here so far tonight. Crowd wants a travel after, I believe it was Wells kicked it away. No, not Wells. Sorry, Wiggins. Keita gets to the lane and finishes with an acrobatic attempt. Nice move by Keita.
Yeah, great finish down low from Keita, and then Lee that time splitting the double team.
Tons of pressure again here from Benilde. Ron Lee operating against Tangen. Tangen gets in the lane though and goes bully mode on him. Flexed a little bit after that bucket. Chaska now trails by 1.
Yeah, tough bucket from Tangen as we get a look from Keita.
Lucky tip in there by Wells on the rebound attempt. I think Chaska's going to be okay with Keita taking those attempts from a couple feet beyond the three-point line, though. That was not a bad defensive possession. Just got a little unlucky as Reef misses. Lee pushing the tempo again. There's a foul on the ground.
Yeah, Lee doing a good job right now, just driving hard. And, you know, these Chaska defenders, they're just kind of off balance on these drives from Benilde.
Yeah, seeing the tempo, you can understand how they put up 102 against St. Louis Park. I know St. Louis Park isn't exactly a powerhouse at this point within the conference, but 102 is nothing to scoff at.
Yeah, if you can put up over 100 points in a high school basketball game, it doesn't matter who you're going up against.
You're doing something right.
Absolutely.
So Benilde maintains possession under the hoop. Chaska's got 5 fouls to Benilde's 1, something to keep an eye on. Inbound to Keita. Keita checked by Volbrick. Kicks it out to Daisy. Daisy walks it back out to half court, looking to dictate the offense. Get it into Keita down low. He's operating against Volbrick yet again. Daisy now against Reef. Daisy pulls. Misses long. Forrest comes away with the rebound. Forrest over to Bourne. Bourne thought about a dribble drive, now pulls it back out and hands it to Forrest. Forrest hesitates, gets into the lane, and gets Joey Bourne an absolute bunny. Heck of a possession there by Forrest.
Yeah, great execution there from Forrest that time. Good roll to the hoop. And
then Donley answers right back in Forrest's face. Another 16-footer. 24-27, Hawks trail. Action coming fast and furious. Reef with a nice little handoff to Bourne, and Bourne with a great finish. Hand in his face.
Joey Bourne from Reef.
Hawks cut the lead to 1 yet again. Wilson dribble drive on Bourne. Bourne forces the miss, but nice acrobatic finish by Daisy there to come help him out.
yeah, Daisy that time crashing in at the perfect moment.
Chaska avoids disaster there, and then they turn it over. Reef with the carry. We're going to get a timeout here on Chaska's side. Just kind of calm things down a bit here as they trail by 3. It's 26-29, 5:12 remaining here in the first half. I want to thank Mary Pat Nidal for bringing you this HBN broadcast here from the Hawks Nest. Rudy, what's kind of changed since the beginning of the game? The tempo leaning in Benilde-St. Margaret's favor?
Yeah, I mean, right now they're just pushing the ball up really fast. Chaska really hasn't been able to get any offensive rebounds, just one and done on the offensive end. But right now for Chaska, they're just doing a good job of limiting. They got a little careless in the first half, but now you're not seeing much of that, except that last possession.
They're playing at the pace they want to play at this point. I mean, Benilde-St. Margaret's, as we mentioned, plays fast and furious, already almost up to 30 points with 5 minutes remaining. I haven't seen this out of them since the Gustafson brothers were running the court back in the early 2000s. So Daisy to check this one in. Hawks still trailing by 3. Donley back running the show. Checked in for Ronley during the break. 15-footer from the elbow, no good. Bourne comes away with the rebound. Nice job of boxing out the potentially all-state player in Wilson. Max Rain hesitates, thought about a dribble drive, kicks it back to Forrest. Forrest down to Bourne. Bourne gets Reef a good look, and Reef throws it out of bounds, trying to make one too many passes, but it looks like the Hawks are going to maintain possession.
Yeah, it was deflected off of a red knight, but that was a great backdoor cut from Reef.
Yeah, I think Reef might have had a bunny there if he would have gone up to finish, but he was just looking to make the unselfish play there. Can't blame him for that. Coddington over to Reef. Reef spin move, dribble drive. Back out to Bourne. Bourne tries to go back to Reef, but Donley comes away with it. Red Knights are on the run. Daisy gets into the lane and misses, but it's going to be put back by number 30. That's Christian Wiggins, the 9th grader.
Yeah, the Red Knights, they had numbers on that possession. They get down the court so quick.
Yeah, that's their game. Forrest misses a little 8-footer in the lane. Good look for the Hawks, though. So Chaska trailing by 5 now, 31-26. 4 minutes to go. Wilson gets into the lane. Bourne comes away with the rebound, though, after the miss. Rain, open look, and got fouled on the attempt by the 9th grader. Wasn't able to complete the bucket, but he's going to head to the line with a chance to cut this lead.
And I love the aggressiveness from Rain tonight. No hesitation on these looks that he's getting.
He's going to change the way the Red Knights defense is going to be played in the second half with his quick trigger and his ability to pull as he connects on the first of 3. 27-31 now. Still just 2 fouls for the Red Knights here in the first half to the 5 that the Hawks have. Rain connects on the second, 28-31. Lots of guard depth the Red Knights can throw at you.
Yeah, I mean 1 through 5, really.
Mm-hmm.
All these guys can bring the ball up. And
I think Ron Lee would be starting on a lot of teams. Rebound, Bourne comes away with it after Rain fails to connect on the 3rd attempt. Little floater by Reef, no good. Wilson comes away with it.
Yeah, Joey Bourne tonight, he's been playing very physical. Seeing him get an offensive rebound and guarding the superstar Wilson.
He's tasked with that right now at the top of the key. Wilson dribbles to the elbow, kicks off to Donley. Donley goes behind the back. Hesitation gets into the lane and converts over Bourne. Nice finish there by Donley.
Yeah, that time he had the angle, rejected the screen, and he's really good at finishing down low.
Just a smooth kid. Reef over to Bourne. Bourne to Coddington. Coddington a little bit strong there. Good attempt, though, by the Hawks. Donley comes away with it. Donley walks it down against Forrest. Keita got good position against Coddington, but Coddington fights for it. Creates a miss and then gets the rebound. Forrest hesitation, gets into the lane, misses the bunny from 3 feet. He's going to want that one back, and Keita comes away with it. Forrest is going to have to start hitting on some of those.
Yeah, without Trey Lenzen tonight, they're going to need a second guy to fill up the scoring column.
And just like that, Donley connects on a very similar little floater. 35-28, Chaska trails. Just over 2 minutes and 30 seconds remaining. Rain kicks it back to Forrest at the top of the key. Forrest operating from the Hawk, gets it to Bourne. Good ball movement here for the Hawks. They get the ball to Rain. Chaska needs more spacing. They get it down to Forrest down low. And Lee picks it away from him. Now Lee's off to the races for Benilde. Lee looking to push the tempo over to Donley. Donley a little strong in the three-point attempt. Bourne comes away with yet another rebound. Good job by Bourne again.
Good job there from Bourne as we'll get a 3 look.
Nice pass by Reef to Bourne. Bourne unable to finish, but he was fouled.
The one thing that's working well for Chaska on offense is these cuts down the middle. With how tight Benilde is playing on defense, they're able to get down low and cut to the hoop.
And Chaska's got to continue to use that aggression against the Red Knights. They've done a good job of getting into the lane so far. And that's really Max Rain just pulling a lot of their defense. It's the aggressiveness against the ball handler, and then it's also having to respect Max Rain. Bourne misses the first one. Wells checks back in for the Red Knights. We've got a minute 53 remaining, 28-35, Chaska trails. Hard-fought battle here so far in the first half. Bourne gets the shooter's bounce on that one. And Donley's off to the races for the Red Knights. Kicks it to Lee in the corner. Chaska coming out in the 1-3-1 half-court trap. Good ball movement by the Red Knights. We're going to get a foul on the ground by Coddington. That's going to be the Hawks' 6th. The next one will be bonus. Not a bad foul to take there.
No, not at all. If they didn't foul, that would have been an easy 2 points. And, yeah, no, Chaska's got 16 fouls.
No real foul trouble on either side. Daisy working against Rain. Pulls up from 16 and hits. Nice shot there by Daisy.
Yeah, I mean, a great crossover, pull-up jumper. Nothing but net.
A lot of isolation basketball from the Red Knights here so far. Lots of 16 to 18-foot jump shots, and it's working for them. Daisy now checking Rain in the corner. Rain with a nifty pass to Reef. Reef's going to get fouled by, oh no, not a foul call. We're going to get a travel call. The crowd thought it was going to be on Lee.
Yeah, the crowd, they didn't like the call on that one. That was one of those where it could have gone either way with a hold or a travel, but the ref saw travel first.
Probably my Chaska bias, but I thought I saw an arm hook there and a little bit of a drag. But regardless, we move on as Lee swings it in the corner. It's Donley. Donley now working against Coddington. Donley gets to the lane, converts, and one. He'll head to the line, 37-29. Donley with a nice, nifty left-handed finish against Coddington there.
Yeah, Jaleel Donley, when he gets downhill like that, it is so tough to stay in front of him. Right now, he's got 16 points.
It's not often you get an underage guard that's got this level of quickness, but also has a great understanding for the tempo of basketball, and he does a great job of changing tempos to get where he wants. Misses on that attempt. Coddington comes away with a nice, strong rebound. So 39-29, Chaska trailing by 10. 51 seconds remaining here. Reef over to Forrest. Forrest elbow extended. A lot of Chaska's offense is being operated about 25, 26 feet away from the hoop right now.
Yeah, a lot of swinging the ball on the perimeter.
Into Bourne. Bourne not even really getting checked right there by number 5. It's Donley. Donley didn't want anything to do with Bourne.
Yeah, Bourne that time, he got his defender up in the air. Nice pump fake and converted the down low hoop.
Might be a good opportunity for the Hawks in this heavy switch defense as Donley misses the three-point attempt. We're going to get an over-the-back foul call on Wells.
You know, I've been really impressed with Jimmy Cocknington's physicality and his rebounding down low. Exploding up to the basket at the right time, timing these rebounds perfectly, and not afraid of the contact.
Yeah, missing Lenzen, I mean, that leaves Bourne as the primary rebounder. Coddington has done a great job of filling in, kind of playing a little bit of an enforcer role, even though it's not typically what he does for this team. Rain lets one heave at the buzzer, unable to get it to go, misses right iron. Good play set there by the Hawks. So Chaska trails by 8, 39-31. We're going to head into halftime. What do the Hawks need to change?
Yep, they just need to just calm down, regroup. They're only down 8 points. They can still come back in this game. The last thing you want to do with the Red Knights is have them come in transition and don't let them get downhill points.
Yep, make the most of every possession, extend out that defense, and try to get into the lane. That's where the Hawks have had success. So we are on CHBN. Chaska's trailing by 8 right now. We got a halftime coming up, and I want to thank Mary Pat Nidow one more time before we take a little break here. We'll be right back for the second half here on CHBN. We're back here on CHBN for the second half, brought to you by Mary Pat Nidal. I'm Mike Schmidt, joined by Rudy and our producer Brett. Inbound to Tyler Forrest. Chaska trailing by 8, 39-31 as we open up this second half. Rain started off hot in the first half, Rudy.
Yeah, Rain did an excellent job moving without the basketball. I expect the Red Knights to have a guy on him. Oh, great move there from Bourne.
Bourne fighting for his second attempt and a third. Unable to get it to go, but good possession there by the Hawks. So Donnelly brings it across half court. He's checked by Forrest. Smooth sophomore lefty. Tries to create space, doesn't get any. Now down low to Daisy. Daisy playing bully ball against Reef, comes up short, and Forrest gets the rebound. Nice defense there by the Hawks. Down low to Reef. Reef with an acrobatic finish on a tough pass there by Forrest.
Yeah, great finish down low from Reef, but Tyler Forrest again, that facilitating.
Yeah, he's doing a great job of handling this high-pressure defense as Donnelly posts him up. Spin move baseline, nice shot. Donnelly is silky smooth.
Yeah, that was he's 6'1" and just did a turnaround. Are you kidding me?
Turnaround 12-footer from the block. Chaska gets it to Rain in the corner. He's got a little bit of room, misses just long. Volbrick battling for the rebound with Donnelly, and Donnelly's going to come away with it, kicking it to Kita. Kita back to Donnelly now. Chaska trailing by 8, 41-33, 16:30 remaining. Forrest extending the defense out on Donnelly a little bit, challenging the sophomore. Swings it over to Wilson. Wilson dribble drive on Bourne. Good defense there by the Hawks, forcing the kick out. Donnelly now pulls from 3. Going to miss left iron. Forrest comes away with the rebound, pushing the tempo to Rain. Rain thought about it and handed it off to Forrest. The ball trickles out of bounds there. Uncharacteristic turnover by Rain.
Yeah, you got to watch out for the Red Knights. That's the second time this game where they've poked the ball from behind.
Donnelly content walking this one up. Gets it to Wilson, working against Bourne. Little hesitation, spin move, gets into the lane. Creates space and gets the bucket with the right hand.
You know, Jalen Wilson, he's their leading scorer, averaging 18 a game. He was quiet in the first half, only had 4 points, but nice move down there.
Nice little hesitation, dribble drive, scoop shot in. Cut the lead to 8 again. 35-43, Chaska trails, 15-33.
He loves that move. He loves that hesitation move.
Bourne's done such a good job on Wilson so far. That's why he's been somewhat quiet besides that thunderous dunk in the first as Kita goes up and draws the foul on Volbrick.
Yeah, that's the last thing you want to do if you're Chaska. Have Benilde-St. Margaret that deep down to the block.
And Volbrick's 6'5", but he's on the slender side as Kita goes to the line for the first of 2, and he connects. Volbrick's third of the night, something to keep an eye on. Expect them to go to Coddington here fairly early. So 44-35, Chaska trails. Second half looking a lot like the first so far, Rudy. Kita short on the next attempt. Reef comes away with it. This is a nice young matchup as Wiggins is checking Forrest. Forrest almost turns it over. Good job by Wiggins playing high pressure defense. Reef gets in trouble, but gets a nice pass off to Volbrick. Volbrick was hammered down low and gets a late foul call on Daisy.
Yeah, Volbrick that time finding the seam down low and going up strong, and Daisy tried to get that block, but unable. Got arm instead.
Yeah, good job by Volbrick going up strong. Volbrick comes up a little bit to the right there, catches right iron. Chaska still trails by 9, 35-44 with just 15 minutes remaining here. Connects on the second of the 2. So Donnelly walks it across the Hawk here. Swings it over to Kita, back to Donnelly. Kita at the top of the key, back to Donnelly. Donnelly working against Forrest. Back to Wilson. Wilson spins, Out to Daisy. Daisy gets room and converts at the bucket.
Yeah, that explosion from Daisy, and really from all the Red Knights guards. Can't let them get downhill like that.
Forrest with a bad pass that leads to a turnover, and Wilson with a nice, tough finish down low. Forrest tried to pick him, but was unable to get it. So 48-36. Benilde extending the lead. Reef gets into the lane, gets it to Bourne. That's going to be off Wilson. Need a couple good Hawks possessions here, Rudy.
Yeah, not much off ball movement from Chaska right now from that last possession. That's what kind of got them some of their points or some of their clean looks.
Into Rain. Rain thought about a three. Dribble handoff to Reef. Chaska resets, bringing it back out to Forrest. Forrest now into the lane. Has space. Tried to force in a tough pass to Volbrick, and it's a turnover. Nice hands there by Donley. Donley with some smooth ball handling. Goes dribble drive baseline with his left. Goes up, unable to get it to go, but there's going to be a foul on Forrest. That's his second.
The change of pace from Donley was quite impressive. He starts out going full speed, and then that spin move was very methodical.
No, he does a great job at changing pace as well. Just very similar to Tyler Forrest, getting where he wants to on the floor by using a change of pace and tempo as well as his quickness as he hits the first one, extending the lead to 13, 49-36. So Wiggins and Keita check out for Wells and Lee. Benilde going to a slightly smaller lineup. Donley hits on the second. Chaska now trailing by 14, 36-50. Donley's got to be around 20 at this point.
He's got 20 points exactly.
Yep, and Chaska's going to use this opportunity to call a timeout here, regroup. 13:34 remaining. Chaska trailing by 14, 36-50. Want to thank again Mary Pat Nidal. What do we need to change here for the Hawks in the second half, Rudy?
Yeah, just like I said, too many turnovers, and just offensively we're just kind of stalled out right now. Benilde is face guarding Rain. What that means is that when Rain's out on the wing, the Benilde defender is completely on him, not letting him get a catch and shoot look. So very difficult to get an open three from Rain. Hopefully maybe that you can come off a double screen or or just kind of get someone else going. Tyler Forrest has had some nice drives down low.
All it took was 3 halves of basketball and Max Rain to score about 39 points, but Benilde's onto him here. He had 24 in their last matchup on February 2nd. He's got around 15, 16 tonight so far. So Rain's done a good job. The Hawks' secondary scoring is kind of lacking without Lenzen. Who do you want to step up besides Forrest? Potentially Coddington and Volbrick.
Yeah, Coddington hasn't been on the scoring column yet. They're down by 14. He's a great shooter from the arc. And Joey Bourne, he's got 7 points right now, getting some nice, tough baskets down low. Volbrick, he can shoot the three-pointer as well. So,
yeah, Volbrick got going a little bit early with a couple easy buckets. Like to see him get back on the score column. And Reef's been kind of quiet for his standards here so far tonight. Probably has something to do with being guarded by Wilson. Inbound to Forrest in the backcourt. Ron Lee checking him. Lightning quick guard from the Red Knights. Almost causes a turnover there. Rain hands it off to Reef, Reef with a little runner, gets it to go. There we go. I called him out and he went and got a bucket.
Yeah, great floater down there. He got his defender beat, but that time they drew up a double screen for Rain. Great defense that time from Daisy to eliminate it.
Good possession there by the Hawks. Wilson working top of the key as the Red Knights lead by 12. Gets into the lane. Running left-handed layup over Bourne is good. Nice finish there by Wilson. You can see why he's got that all-state tag. Forrest gives up the dribble, swings it over to Bourne. Bourne over to Reef. Reef wide open, and he's going to connect. There we go. I should have called him out earlier.
Yeah, Dawson Reef got an open look, nothing but net. Great shot preparation there.
41-52, Hawks now trail only by 11 as Donley misses a 14-footer. Reef's got it, and he's off to the races. Slowing it down now, kicking it back to Forrest at the Hawk at midcourt. Reef, maybe a heat checks. Thinking about it. Swings it across to Rain. Rain gets a good look. Rain connects.
Yeah, the off-ball movement from Rain. He faked like he was going to go up top to the key and then flared back out to the corner.
Yeah, Benilde's coaching staff's not really happy there with the effort of Caden Wells, who is tasked with checking Rain. Chaska now trails 44-52, only down by 8. Donley working against Forrest, swings it over to Wilson. Wilson trying to use his size on board and get down low. Lee gets into the lane, creates space, and connects. What a weapon to bring in off the bench, as Lee is.
Yeah, absolutely. He's just so quick getting that step on you. So we get a turnover.
Causes a turnover. Donley facing off against Volbrick, and Donley gets the left wing floater to go. And just like that, the lead is extended back out to 12. Hawks bring it across half court. Now look to reset here. Lee again working on Forrest. Forrest gets it to Reef. Reef to Bourne. Bourne with a rare three-point attempt is going to be long, and they got another foul on Forrest, maybe a frustration foul. That's going to be his third. That's tough.
Yeah, it looked like he was trying to set a screen, and then he just got caught up that time trying to screen a Benilde player. But, yeah, it wasn't a smart foul there.
No, Chaska's going to need this to be a quick breather here for Forrest. So Lee brings it across against Reef. Tangen checks in for Forrest. Wilson, quick spin move against Bourne, loses possession. Tangen comes away with it. Hawks have 4 on 2. They got numbers. Reef, hesitation, gets into the lane. Little up and under, can't get it to go. Pass ahead to Wilson, and not a bad foul there by Tangen.
Yeah, not a bad foul that time. Tangen that time almost got the steal, but, man, I believe that was Wilson.
Yeah, he saved another highlight dunk off of Wilson's huddle reel.
Yeah, I might have to ask him after the game what type of leg workouts he does, because I gotta get some of that vertical.
Yeah. Lee, dribble drive against Reef. Kicks it out to Wilson. Wilson pulls from 3 for the first time tonight. Can't get it to go. Reef comes away with it. So Reef will be probably the primary ball handler here as he kicks it ahead to Rain. Rain must have stepped out of bounds. The turnover on the Hawks. So after that turnover, Chaska still trails by 12. 10:29 remaining here in the second half. 56-44 on the Mary Pat Nidal broadcast here on CHPN. Lee swings it to Wiggins. Wiggins, little hesitation, 9th grader with a nice move, gets it down low to his teammate who converts. That's Elliot Huther, senior, for the first time we see him tonight.
Yeah, and that's Benilde's only senior on the team. Huther that time cutting down to the basket and getting a 3-point opportunity.
I was going to say, Wiggins kind of looks a little bit like Andrew Wiggins, a former Timberwolves player, but I don't think I've ever seen Andrew Wiggins make a play that nice.
Yeah, if he keeps that up, I got to do some research, see if he's related to Andrew.
Yeah. Kick out to Tangen. Chaska trailing by 14 now. Bourne going to work on Kita. Swings it out, gets a good look for Coddington, makes the extra pass to Rain. Rain got hammered. Crowd letting the ref have it, but he doesn't get the bucket or the call. So Benilde now has possession.
Yeah.
Lee gets it to Kita. Kita comes up short on the attempt. That should be a loose ball. Yes, and it is. Loose ball foul on Caden Wells.
Yeah, that was a clear loose ball foul on Wells. I think that time when Rain released it, the defender got his hand, and that's the rule. You can get the defender's hand when he shoots it, but anything under the wrist or the arm, that's a foul.
A tough break there for the Hawks. Rain wanted that one. And here's going to be the task that's going to be tough. Tangen's got the ball. He brings it across half court, does a good job there, gets it to Rain. The ball handling with Forrest out of the game is going to be tough as Reef makes a nice move, goes to the left, tries to finish. Looks like he might be in a little bit of pain, but he's going to head to the foul line for his effort.
Yeah, that was a hard take there from Reef. He's come out of the gate playing very aggressive on offense.
I think he knows without Lenzen and with Forrest in foul trouble, they're going to need that secondary scoring outside of Rain. As you mentioned, Bourne's got a couple buckets on the night, but Reef's kind of that slasher for the Hawks. He's the guy that creates a little offense by getting to the lane.
And with Tyler Forrest in foul trouble, Reef kind of replaces that ball handling role.
Yep. Chaska trailing by 13 now, 58-45. Reef can't get the second one to go. Coddington keeps it alive, kicks it to Volbrick. Volbrick out to Reef. Reef at three-point attempt, no good. Reef gets his own rebound and puts it back.
A great possession there from Reef following his shot.
Donnelly unable to convert, and Coddington comes away with it. Interesting lineup here for the Hawks. Oh, wow, what a scoop pass. Dawson Reef, woo! Dawson Reef with a beautiful pass to Volbrick down low. Wow.
Wow is right. I didn't know he had that in his bag.
Reef threading the needle there. Getting the Hawks back within 10, and then just like that, Benilde answers. Daisy with the little bucket.
Yeah, speaking of getting in your bag, Jaden Daisy showing off his game.
Reef to Tangen. Now back to Reef in the corner. Reef being hyper aggressive here these last 2 minutes. Kicks it to Coddington. Back to Reef. Reef in the lane. Extra pass to Rain. Rain wide open. Connects. Dawson Reef. What a sequence for the senior.
Yeah, recognizing that Benilde was sleeping, and he made them pay, and Rain, nice looking touch from him.
Yep, Donnelly comes up a little bit strong. Off to Volbrick, who's out and running, gets into the lane, unable to convert as Keita challenged him at the bucket. Now Wiggins setting it the other way. Daisy pulls from three, comes up just short, a little flat there. 52-60, Chaska trailing, just under 8 minutes remaining. Reef now swings it over to Tangen. And what do we got here? We're going to get a foul.
Yeah, it looked like Red Knight that time. It was Keita. He held a Chaska on the wing, a little too over aggressive that time, and we get a timeout here.
Yep, we got a timeout by the Hawks. That was an interesting lineup we've seen for the last 2 or 3 minutes. Not something we've seen a lot of so far this year. I was a little bit concerned, but Dawson Reef really controlled the tempo.
He sure did. Good job facilitating, pushing up the floor, and just whenever there's an opportunity to score, he has taken it. And I just love that aggressiveness you're seeing from him right now.
Yeah, as I mentioned, like he's a guy that he loves slashing. He's one of the better athletes on the team. Definitely, he's long, he's lengthy, he's a good ball handler. And how smooth was that pass from about the half-court line down to Volbrick?
Yeah, I hope SportsCenter is watching CHBN because that looked like a top 10 play. That looked like Pete Maravich with the pass.
Yes, it did. Scott Van Pelt, if you're listening, give us a shout out here. Chaska trailing again, 52-60 as we get out of this break. Again, I want to thank Mary Pat Nidal for bringing you this broadcast. Hope you guys are all enjoying this, watching from home. So Forrest checks back in. He's going to inbound. Bourne getting an extended breather for the first time here tonight. Chaska going with a very small lineup. Max Rain with a wide open three look again. Comes up just short. Keep pulling though, Max.
Yeah, a great play design there from Hayes. The Red Knights bid on the Forrest cut, and that led up Rain for an open look.
Yeah, Coach Hayes has done a good job of kind of slowing the tempo of this game, keeping his guys in it. As Wiggins kicks to Daisy. Wiggins now swings it back out to Lee. Lee resets. I know Chaska's trailing, but they're going to be okay with this tempo. Volbrick working against Wilson. Wilson demanding the ball. Double team from Tangen. Lee pulls, unable to convert it, and we're going to get a foul on Wilson going the other way. Great job of battling there by Carson Volbrick.
Volbrick that time doing what you're supposed to do. He found his man, made contact, and he didn't get pinned down low. He just boxed out, and that time Wilson a little too over aggressive there.
Yeah, Volbrick about 6'5", 190. about a year ago. He's about 6'5", 170, so he's done a good job of helping out his body. There was Rain, little hesitation, gets in the lane and gets called for a charge. Finally ran him off the three-point line, and Wiggins was there to meet him on the block.
Yeah, Rain that time trying to go for the floater. And,
I'm okay with it. Keep the defense honest. So 60-52, Chaska still trailing. About to cross the 6-minute, 30-second mark as Donley working against Forrest. Donley gets into the lane. Nice move there.
Yeah, so he made that look really easy there. No defensive help.
Ball's going to be knocked out of bounds. Forrest thought it was knocked out of Benilde, but it's going to be off Chaska. So Chaska now trails by 10. Donley operating against Forrest yet again. Volbrick checking Wilson. He's given the Hawks a lot of strong minutes on the defensive end here so far tonight. It's going to be a young battle to watch for the next 3 years, Donley and Forrest. Lee gets into the lane, acrobatic attempt, comes up short, but he was fouled on the attempt. And we're going to see who we get it on. So Coddington now has 3, as well as Volbrick.
Yeah, and that puts Benilde in the bonus.
Quickly into the bonus here. We got 5:55 remaining. And Lee extends the lead out to 11, 63-52. Chaska's size is dwindling here as we get into a little bit of foul trouble. Lee with the second attempt. That one's good again. 64-52, Chaska trails. Coddington to Tangen. Tangen across the Forrest. Forrest breaks the press. Gets to the lane and hits a nice little floater with his right. And we're going to get a foul on Benilde. It looks like Dunn's going to get called for tripping Forrest. An interesting call here. Dunn doesn't seem too happy about it.
Yeah, I was.
Lee, sorry.
I was putting. I had my head down writing the scoring for Forrest.
Yeah, it looks like Forrest was turning to head back down the floor. Lee kind of cut him off in the process. They caught feet, and they're going to get a foul on Lee.
Yeah, they gave him an intentional foul on that.
So Rain will head to the line here. Rain good on the first one, cutting the lead down to 9. That might be a crucial point in this game, Rudy.
Absolutely. Stops the clock and
gives the Hawks an extra possession off a bucket. And another one. So 64-56. Chaska trailing now by just 8. Chance to cut it down to 2 possessions. Good minutes there by Tangen and Volbrick.
Absolutely. Those guys providing a lot of energy for the Hawks, keeping the game in reach.
Rain from triple from deep, no good. Just a little bit strong there. Daisy comes away with it, flicks it over to Lee. Lee wants to work a pick and roll here with Wilson. Gets into the lane against Forrest, goes up to finish, and Forrest has another foul. So Lee will head to the line after he was 2 for 2 in his last 2 attempts. Looking to extend the lead to double digits.
Yeah, that time Forrest was kind of late finding over the screen, and really no help defense from Chaska.
Yeah, so Forrest has 4 fouls now. There's 5:25 remaining. You trail by 8, potentially 10. What do you do with Forrest? Do you leave him in the game?
Yeah, you leave him in the game. Leave him in the game. Keep going. You do have Dawson Reeve, who just checked back in. I mean, these are arguably the best 5 players you got. You got to keep them in late down the stretch.
Yeah, I don't think you're going to cut into this now 10-point lead without Forrest on the floor. You got good minutes from Tangen, but you need extra ball handlers against a defense this aggressive. Forrest gets it to Reef. Reef gets into the lane, creates space, goes up. Doesn't catch anything. Wilson comes away with the board. Wilson over to Lee. Lee with a full head of steam gets it back to Wilson. Wilson with a nice little reverse baby hook underneath the hoop and gets it to go. 68-56, Bourne over to Reef. Reef to Coddington. Coddington pulls from the corner, catches right iron, no good. Over to Rain. Rain pulls it back out to Forrest, now to Reef. Coddington tries to get it to Bourne. Good handwork there by Wells, but Bourne recovers. Chaska scrambling a little bit, but they get it to Bourne in a mismatch, and Bourne converts.
Yeah, that was great offense that time from Chaska, recognizing the mismatch, and Bourne, nice hook down low.
Lee goes up, tries an acrobatic finish, unable to get it to go. Ball kicked ahead to Forrest. Forrest now back to Rain. Rain tries to create a little space for himself to pull. They kick it over to Bourne, now to Coddington. Coddington pulls the trigger, and he connects for the first time tonight. Jimmy C.
Jimmy C, that cuts the lead down to 7. Late closeout from Benilde. Coddington made them pay.
Yep, good momentum here for the Hawks. Donnelly working against Forrest. Forrest has to stay out of any sort of foul situation here. Wilson now top of the key. Wilson dribble drive against Bourne, kicks to Wells, and Wells is going to get fouled on the reach around by Coddington.
Yeah, that time Coddington, he got beat on the drive and tried to steal the ball, but got too much arm on that one, and that leaves them 1-on-1.
Well, Coddington's got 4. Chaska in all sorts of foul trouble all of a sudden. They trail by 7. 1-on-1 situation here for Wells. Wells just a sophomore, another one of the good-looking young players for this Benilde-St. Margaret squad. Connects on the first of the 1-on-1. 69-61. 3:50 remaining as Wells goes up for his second attempt, comes up strong. Kita tries to get it, but Reef comes away with it. Or excuse me, Bourne gets it to Reef. Bourne's almost in double-double stats right now. Swing across to Reef. Reef down low to Bourne. Bourne unable to finish at the rim. Tough miss there for the Hawks.
That's tough.
It's a good effort by Kita to get in Bourne's face there. Donnelly working against Forrest, gets it to Wells. Wells elevates and connects at the rim. Back to a 10-point game. Reef now working against Wells, gets in the lane, kicks it to Coddington. Coddington pulls from the corner, comes up just short. Wells comes away with it. 3 minutes to go. Chaska trailing by 10, 61-71 here against the Red Knights as they seem content to pull this one out. Long 2 pulled. No good for Donnelly. Reef comes away with a rebound. Nice defensive possession there by Forrest. Rain in the corner pulls and hits. Max Rain cuts the lead back to 7.
Yeah, that's his 25th point. With no lens, and they needed a player to produce on the offensive end.
Another big pass there by Reef as well. Wilson battles hard to get into the lane, wanted a foul. Hawks come away with the rebound. It's Reef. Reef kicks it to the corner. That's Coddington. Coddington down low to Bourne. Bourne comes up short on the effort. Nice defense by Donnelly, and Donnelly comes away with the rebound. Tough one there for the Hawks. Wilson looks frustrated here for Benilde.
Yeah, he wanted a foul call big time. I think he might have had a case. Not a huge game from him. He's got 12 points, usually puts up 20 plus, but they got the lead.
Yeah, without Lenz, the Hawks have done a great job handling Wilson's size. Donnelly now dribbling out the clock at the top of the key. We're down to under a minute 40 right now. It's a 7-point game. Chaska coming with the trap. Forrest can't foul. Coddington can't foul. If you're going to foul somebody, it better be Daisy or Kita. Wells goes up, elevates, and gets an easy bucket on Forrest, who fortunately wasn't able to foul him there.
Yeah, that time Benilde was just playing the clock.
Yep, good defense by Donnelly there. He rejects Forrest, and the ball trickles out of bounds off of Benilde. So Chaska will maintain possession. They're going to need to start hitting some threes here.
Wiggins and Lee back into the game.
Yeah, they need a quick bucket, preferably a three-pointer,
sure Coach Hayes has something drawn up maybe for Rain or Coddington. There's Rain at the top of the key. No look, though, over to Forrest. Forrest working against Kita. Draws the foul call, and he's going to head to the line for a 1-and-1. Chaska's first attempt in the bonus.
Well, they tried to set up a three-pointer from Rain, but Benilde was able to switch off of that screen quickly on the top of the key, and then Max Rain going back to hesitation, getting Kita to reach in.
Kind of surprised Donley's sitting out right now. I suppose there's only a minute left, but the lead is now down to 8 yet again as Forrest connects on the first. If you're the Hawks, who would you like to see the Hawks foul here? Probably Kita.
Kita or Wiggins put the freshman on the line. But, I mean, they're all good free throw shooters.
Bourne's got to go get the foul here with Forrest having 4. Down low to Kita. Kita elevates and slams one home. Might be the explanation point here as the Benilde goes back up by 9, 75-66. Reef, dribble drive on Wilson. Kicks it out to Coddington. Coddington swings it across to Rain. Rain thought about it. Now pulls it back out, goes to Forrest. Somebody's going to have to pull the trigger here. Forrest gets into the lane, shoots, comes up just short. And that's going to do it for the shorthanded Hawks here tonight as they trail by 9, 75-66. Benilde seems content to run this one out. What'd you like so far tonight, or what'd you like out of it tonight, Rudy? I know the Hawks dropped this one, but thought they had a decent showing.
Yeah, they did a good job finding, like you said, shorthanded, going up against a team that's only lost 4 games. And I really like the aggressiveness from Reef and the shooting from Rain. Tyler Forrest, the facilitating.
Yeah, 3 great efforts by seniors. Dawson Reef had a really nice game. Obviously, Max Rain, the Hawks' leading scorer tonight, and Joey Bourne kind of did a little bit of everything. So Chaska's going to drop this one 75-66. Again, I want to shout out Mary Pat Nightall. This is the final regular season home game here for the Hawks. So I want to thank you guys who joined us all season long. Truly do appreciate it. I'm Mike Schmidt, joined by my partner here, Rudy, as well as our producer, Brett. I want to thank